Old people, sick people, and people with dogs.
That's the order you hate people in?
Yep.
It's a good order, yeah.
I'd like to report a crime that hasn't happened yet. I know that sounds crazy, but go with me here. Have you seen the movie Back to the Future?
Nope, but I heard it's good.
Yeah, it's great. But basically, I'm sort of living that movie right now, which is how I know there's gonna be a murder tonight.
Murder. There's never been a murder in Vernon.
Yeah, there's gonna be a murder tonight at Tiffany Clark's party, which is also gonna be filled with underage drinking, so you should definitely be there to shut it down anyway.
I haven't seen you around before.
Yeah, I'm an exchange student from Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Sounds made up.
It's not. It's a real place. Look, I am giving you the chance to stop all this horror before it happens.
Who is this?
It's the killer.
Who has he killed?
He hasn't killed anyone yet, but that's... Can you please just watch Back to the Future?
Okay, I don't know what you troublemakers get up to in Canada, but down here, we don't tolerate shenanigans. So get the hell back to school, or I'll arrest you for truancy.
No one's ever gonna believe me.
I do want to see that movie, though.
Not me. Hate time travel movies. They never make any sense.
TV 10 podcast episode 0467.
Nope.
66. Are you sure?
I'm pretty certain here. I am looking at our list of episodes here.
You are correct.
And the last episode was Swiftina's.
I think we got a lot of phantom clicks on that from people thinking, oh, this is Taylor Swift related. Because it says Taylor's version right in there.
Yep.
But you got faked out.
No, we didn't fake you out. We are working on establishing a relationship with T-Swizzle.
Anyway, this is the TV 10 podcast. Timeless Tommy Milagro over there. I'm Bill Frost over here.
And we are recording an episode where we talk about TV and drink.
Yeah.
And it's the only way to get through TV these days.
So this is the Dunkel from Bohemian Brewery.
One of our fine sponsors of the TV 10 podcast.
More of a wintry brew.
Well, it's
fall-ish.
It's winter. It's fall-ish.
Even though it's fucking 80 degrees outside right now.
And will you please give me some props for not doing anything pumpkin spice at this fucking point? You're welcome. You. That's all I ask. I do so little.
Thank you very much.
Which we all know.
Yeah. And so we got that out of the way. And I wanted to recommend check out Totally Killer on Prime Video with Kiernan Shipka.
Yeah, that was the little snippet you heard at the beginning of the podcast.
The time travel slasher comedy. It's funny shit.
Yeah. But why do I need to pay attention to Back to the Future? I mean, all this time travel stuff.
Have you seen Back to the Future? That's her go-to. Trying to explain to people what's going on.
See, I always go with Looper. It's like, look, if we stay here all day, we'll be diagramming things with straws.
Well, the movie is set in 1987. Back to the Future came out in 85. Therefore, they got a little. You know, if you went Looper, make no sense.
Yeah. It's all weebly wobbly, timey wimey at this point.
Do you know Doctor Who? That wouldn't work either, probably.
Well, when did the last episode of Doctor Who end before the reboot?
I don't even know.
I want to say it was like somewhere in the early 80s, late 70s.
I guess it could work. Yeah.
It could still. PBS is still around.
That's enough of that.
Yeah.
That's enough time travel talk. Coming up this week, some new shit.
Well, what have we got?
Well, first of all, I want to say last week's return of late night TV, your Seth Meyers, your Colbert, your Kimmel, to a much smaller extent, Fallon, and of course John Oliver, and to a minuscule amount, Bill Maher. Mm-hmm. It was like, this must be what cocaine is like. It was like, welcome back. Jesus Christ. It's been 5 months.
Oh, man.
They had a lot of catching up to do.
Like on Monday, they just...
Wow.
Now, let's see. So Seth Meyers, his closer look went 30 fucking minutes.
Yeah, it was the whole show pretty much.
Yeah. And then Stephen Colbert, he had to do 2 opening monologues.
Yep. Jimmy
Poor
Kimmel
guy.
did an extended version.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let us credit John Oliver for keeping it tight.
Yeah.
Keeping it tight at least maybe 10, 15 minutes. He's like, I would love to tell you more about this. I would love to. But then, of course, what did he do? He ended with, we need to support the Writing Guild because otherwise you get people like Representative John Kennedy reading some serious fucking...
And the dildo would fit personally.
No, Grampy Kennedy, I don't want to hear that from your mouth.
Yeah, so Saturday Night Live will be back this weekend, hosted by Pete Davidson. He was supposed to host back in May, then the whole strike happened. So this is his makeup date, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's... Yeah, might as well give
Musical
it.
guest Ice Spice, also a Dunkin' Donuts pitch person.
Yeah, along with Ben Affleck. What the fuck is going on there?
I don't know. Do you really understand anything she's saying, really?
I don't even understand why Ben Affleck is there. So,
well, he is connected somewhat to Dunkin' Donuts, Boston, and all.
Oh, okay, that's the connection there.
Yeah. So some other new stuff coming up this week. Today, as this episode drops, a sci-fi horror movie, The Mill, starring. If you think sci-fi horror, of course you think Lil Rel Howery.
Yeah, that I saw some snippets of that, and I'm going, the fuck?
Yeah, he's a corporate company man, and he wakes up one day and he's in an giant open air cell with a grist mill. And basically, he has to push this thing around,
and he has to do it a certain rotation. Otherwise, if he misses quota,
turns out this is some sort of advanced career training.
Wow.
So I don't know if you've had this kind of thing in your job.
I'm sorry, my what?
Your jorb?
Thank you.
Jorb, have you had anything like this? Like,
so I am doing some stuff. I'm trying to level up in the company. Yes,
okay.
Yes. I will say this.
Corporate sellout.
I know. But here's the advantage. I get to mold everybody's squishy brains.
Oh, you're in charge of people?
Yeah.
Oh, I avoid that like at all costs.
I know. But here's the thing. I get to mold them to think like me.
Okay.
So
does that mean we're going to have an influx of new listeners because it will be mandatory for them to listen to this podcast?
I mean,
you could do that.
I could.
That's not like making somebody push a grist mill around forever.
See, here's the only thing about this, and I already had this conversation with my team. I had to explain this guy that's talking right now, way different than the person that's actually being professional in the jorb.
Okay.
So I got to figure out some way. Maybe I can Mr. Robot this somehow.
Okay.
But
yeah. Maybe a little severance action here.
Ooh, there we are.
Yeah.
That's how we connect the dots right here. So
when you go to the job, you turn off the outside world, and when you leave the job, you have to go listen to TV10 podcast.
Exactly. And again, it's jorb, not job. You're being too.
I know.
You're hitting that job thing too hard.
Right? So that's on Hulu on Monday. And Tuesday. It's been like well over 30 years since you've been able to see Moonlighting.
Oh, shit.
They finally remastered for HD all 5 seasons of Moonlighting, and it will be dropping on Hulu on Tuesday.
With Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Who thought this was a good idea?
I mean, they put it out on VHS and DVD a couple of times back in the 90s and early 2000s, but it has never been able to stream anywhere until Tuesday.
I kind of remember seeing this off and on. I just never got the appeal of it when I was young.
You might want to check into it again.
Okay.
It's there's a lot of instances of breaking the fourth wall, talking to the camera, and wackiness. And like when the show got canceled, they're arguing their case as the set is being torn down around them, and it's like some real meta shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will have to check this out again.
Bruce Willis in his prime. before Die Hard, before The Return of Bruno,
before Aphasia, before the Dementia, before Unbreakable, Pulp Fiction. How much more time do we have?
No.
Yeah.
Do not go down the Bruce Willis filmography.
Don't go down the Brucehole.
No,
is
no,
what we're
no,
saying.
no, yeah.
Okay, there's our title right there.
Don't go down the Brucehole.
Going down the Brucehole.
Yeah. Also, I missed this show last week. It's on NBC. It's on Tuesdays. It's called Found, which is not a great title, but it stars Shanola Hampton, who you might know from Shameless.
Oh, okay.
V from Shameless.
All right.
Yeah. She's a crisis management specialist who takes on missing person cases that the police don't want anything to do with. Brown people. Poor people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get the subtext there.
Yeah. And but the twist here is that she was kidnapped as a child herself, and she has her kidnapper in her basement,
Like you do.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Oh, that's who it is. I was trying to figure it out from the trailers.
So there's a bit of a Clarice Hannibal dynamic going on here.
Except Clarice is the
Yep.
the handler here.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
This
And
looks good.
my only comment in is it looks like someone's not getting saved by the bell this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you went there.
I did. I had to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. On Wednesday, Wednesday the 11th, docuseries Big Vape: The Rise and Fall of Juul. This is on Netflix.
Big vape?
Big Vape. Yeah, you know, if you think the country is stupid now, just remember a time about 15 years ago when we made a multi-billion-dollar company out of somebody who was promising healthy cigarettes.
Those two words don't go together.
But kids loved it.
Of course they did. And now we all realize, oh, wait, it's still bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel bad. Thursday, Frasier. Don't know why. Frasier is back.
But here's the twist. Apparently his son's all grown up and
Yep.
Frasier's going to live with him and wackiness ensues?
Yeah. Pretty much you just get Kelsey Grammer back from the Frasier series, but once in a while, apparently Roz and Lilith are going to stop by.
But what about Niles?
Nope. No Niles.
No David Hyde Pierce?
Nope.
Huh.
Nope. No Dad.
Okay.
No Daphne.
Okay, that's two strikes right there.
Yeah. No Eddie the dog because I'm sure he's dead.
Yeah. And of course not the grandpa because he's dead too.
He's dead too. Yeah. That's on Thursday on Paramount Plus. Also on Thursday, Max, Doom Patrol Season 4, Part 2, the final episodes.
Yay! We've been waiting too long.
But it'll be gone in 5 episodes, and that's sad.
So basically, load up on Brendan Fraser swearing as much as possible, going, "What in the shit else is going on here?"
Yeah, there's in the trailer for the second half of the final season. There's what's her name from Doctor Who and anyway, she's a late addition to the Doom Patrol. Anyway, so they're all, even Brendan Fraser is in his human form, and she's explained to them. Now I need to tell you that we're all part of a superhero team called the Doom Patrol, and they just crack up laughing. It's like, oh, yeah.
That's just cute right there.
Oh, Doom Patrol. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
And let's see here, because this is going to drive me nuts here, because even though I love me some Cliff Steele right there, let's see. And are we going to see the Chief come back at all? Or
Don't know. Maybe.
All right. And it's Michelle Gomez,
Yes.
Madame Rouge.
Yeah, also from Sabrina.
Uh-huh.
Chilling, whatever of Sabrina.
But we know her from Doctor Who as the Master, or Missy, if you
she's
prefer.
fucking great, yeah.
Oh, she was the best part of the 12th Doctor season.
Also on Thursday on Netflix, there is a new miniseries adaptation of The Fall of the House of Usher.
Okay.
From the guy who did The Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
This is a modernized update of that Edgar Allan Poe story, as well as some other short stories.
Okay.
And the cast list includes like Bruce Greenwood, Carla Gugino, Mary McDonnell, Mark Hamill, Henry Thomas, Annabeth Gish, on and on and on.
Wow.
Big ass cast here.
All right. But should I care?
I don't know.
Is that jury still out here?
How literary are you feeling?
I mean, do I have to read?
No, that's why they made this miniseries. You don't have to read.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
How many episodes?
I think it's about 6.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
So
on Friday they brought back Goosebumps.
So tweens everywhere are going to get their chills for the October season.
Yep. It's on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Okay.
So maybe you have one or the other. Also on Peacock on Friday, this is Friday the 13th, by the way.
Yay.
John Carpenter's Suburban Screams, an anthology series about horror happening in the suburbs. And John Carpenter directed at least one episode.
What?
One.
Okay, I was still the fact that he's directed for the first time since.
I don't know when.
Hang on.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can look that up
IMDb
again.
this.
Well, you're looking for that. Also, a new miniseries starring Brie Larson on Apple TV Plus called Lessons in Chemistry. She's a 1950s single mom who wants to break into the science world, but the patriarchy.
Yeah.
So she kind of sneaks in a different way by hosting a TV cooking show, and somehow this gets her into science.
Okay.
I guess we'll have to see how that happens.
Okay. So, a couple things here. Going back to John Carpenter, because that's more important. Last time he did a writing credit was for 2022's Halloween Ends.
Oh yeah, okay.
And that was actually downright decent, I have to say. And why? Because my threshold for Halloween films is kind of low.
Yeah,
there's
enough of them.
Yeah, well, and especially if you get through Rob Zombie's Halloween. First one was okay.
Yeah.
Second one?
Nope. Second one was like, I need a boat.
Yeah, no, actually, I needed a ramp to jump this shark. Let's be honest. Let's see. Writer, composer,
director,
music director, soundtrack. Doesn't usually it explains when his last directing gig was.
Let's just say it's been a while.
Yeah, and I'll leave it at that.
Also on Friday, I didn't think this was ever coming back. Season 2 of Shining Vale on Starz.
Okay.
Courtney Cox, Greg Kinnear, Mira Sorvino, Haunted House. Courtney Cox is a writer who starts seeing a ghost in their new house.
She sees the ghost.
Is played by Mira Sorvino. And the first season ended with her trying to kill her husband with an axe.
Oh.
Which, as you would expect with Greg Kinnear, but now she's out of the tired hospital, and her book is now a bestseller. And but now Mira Sorvino turns up in real life. She's a different person, and she's an actual alive person.
Oh,
so
okay.
We might have a trip back to the crazy house.
So 2 things I'm taking away. 3 things I'm taking away from this. 1. Who hasn't wanted to put an axe in Greg Kinnear's face?
Yeah.
That's just obvious. And 2, with Mira Sorvino, I mean, after her whole starring thing in Sound of Freedom, I mean, wouldn't you want to go?
Was she in that?
She was in that.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
I had to research that there.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked. I think it's been a while. There's been some Genius Juice involved.
Yeah, really. Oh, Mira.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now,
that's too bad.
And of course, there's Utah connection with Angel Studios. So, but third, and this is the most important thing, you could have made me care about this a while ago, Stars, if maybe just a thought. You didn't fucking cancel Heels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's that. Yeah.
Now I feel better.
And, of course, Saturday Night Live, hosted by Pete Davidson, as I mentioned, on Saturday. And Sunday is the Season 7 premiere of Rick and Morty.
Hooray! But what's the voice now?
We don't know who it is.
Oh, it's still being kept under wraps.
We don't know.
Okay.
There's a trailer out there, and it sounds pretty good. And they probably could have used AI, too.
True. I sent my air check, and I said, what's going to happen? Because I can do a good Rick and Morty here. Hey, Rick, I don't know if this is going to be happening. Morty, just shut the up, and you are going to be fine. We're just going to slip into the 3rd and 4th and 5th dimensions. That's all. You crazy son of a bitch. See, I could have nailed this.
Yeah, not bad. Maybe they AI'd your air check.
Oh, that means... How soon is it for me to get signed up for SAG-AFTRA?
Yeah, you might want to hurry on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is back on Sunday on Adult Swim. We do not know who the new voice is. Justin Roiland is fucking out of there, so Dan Harmon is mostly taken over.
If it's going to be an English voice guy, I mean...
Oh, yeah, the whole...
that whole Solar Opposites.
Yeah, that would be...
Are we going to ignore all this that happened?
Yeah. So get your Szechuan sauce ready for that.
Oh, God.
And as I mentioned, Totally Killer. That's something you should watch. Also, Toast of Tinseltown. I actually had seen some of this.
Okay.
I was getting it blended in with Toast of London.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. And what'd you think of Toast of Tinseltown?
I'm in the Star Wars.
Yeah, sure.
I've landed a starring role in the Star Wars.
And that bit just did not get old. Not even for a second.
And it was nice to see Nandor as Des Wigwam.
Didn't I tell you that I didn't want to spoil it too much.
I'm not angry at all.
I am not angry at all. It is just the way I project my feelings. So.
Oh, yeah. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous
It is beyond ridiculous at this point. So, I guess I better head off to the airport. Hello, Stephen. This is Clem Van Tango. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you, Clem Van Tango. And the cameos that came in, I mean, Larry David. That was my.
Why are you dressed up like the Jack the Ripper? I'm riding my penny farthing today.
I don't think you get quite what I'm trying to convey to you. Why? I'm sorry there. You're trying to say something, but we seem to have lost audio. What do you say we crack on there? Yeah, all right. That sounds good, Stephen.
Oh, yeah. That is on the Roku channel. I think it's like 7 episodes total.
Mm-hmm. Oh, something else I discovered the other day.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this as well on the Roku, but apparently Chad's going to be on there.
The first season is there. There's a completed second season that we keep hearing is going to show up.
I'm thinking Roku.
Yeah, well, I saw that, and I clicked right to it, and it's like, oh, it's the first season, which I've already seen. It was on TBS. The second season was completely produced and ready in the can, ready to go on TBS, like way earlier this year. And like, nah. And then there was news that the Roku channel picked it up, but they have not released it yet.
Interesting. So maybe
maybe it'll be a nice Christmas present.
I'm just saying, and we're telling you, our fine listeners, if you need to watch something a little bit harder and you love cringe, because obviously you love this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Nassim Pedrad as Teen Boy Chad.
Yeah.
One season is currently available on the Roku channel. The second season sometime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on top of this story.
We will be following this as the story develops here at the TV10 Central.
Yeah.
So, but I also binged this the other day. I binged The Night Agent, and not bad.
Yeah.
Not great, but not bad.
I've compiled a list of the best new shows that premiered in 2023 for CableTV.com. It's a work in progress.
Okay.
We've got the first, second, and third quarters up now, and the fourth quarter to be determined. But yeah, I put The Night Agent in there.
Okay.
I thought it was worth an inclusion.
It was worthy. It was. Here's the best selling point. It wasn't FUBAR. So,
Good God. And what the hell is Arnold Schwarzenegger out selling? Because he's everywhere.
That's what I was trying to. Well,
he's on all the talk shows. And
he
idea.
was on Kimmel when they came back.
He's been on several more besides that.
I don't know if he's selling anything harder lately that I'm aware of. So
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
I mean, I'm looking it up now. What the fuck is Arnold Schwarzenegger selling?
That's something where I would go, hey Siri, what the fuck is Arnold Schwarzenegger selling? And Siri's going to respond.
Oh, he's got a new book.
Oh, okay.
He's got a self-help book.
Oh, okay, because Siri just said, I don't have an answer for that, so. What's the book entitled?
Oh, what the hell is it? Come on. What is it, New Zealand Herald? I know.
Wow. We had to scour all the way over to Auckland just to find out what some Kiwis have to say about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, here it is. Be useful. 7 rules for life.
Actually, it'd be useful. seven goals for life or something like that. Yeah, I can't do Schwarzenegger.
That's a little more Nandor, but
Yeah.
close. Pretty close. Yeah.
I needed some more genius.
So
juice.
now I know what Arnold Schwarzenegger's out there selling.
And are we buying it?
No,
Okay.
I'm sure he wouldn't be out there talking about Fubar. It did get renewed for a second season.
I know. I know. Meanwhile, Heels has yet to be picked up.
Yeah, God, yeah.
I know I'm harping on that quite a bit,
Nope.
but I'm petty.
You know, you gotta these wrestling shows, these wrestling dramas.
They are awesome.
They're few and far between, and
Yeah.
now we have none.
I know. Kind of like shows in Utah, so
Yeah.
kind of goes without saying.
So I think that's a segue.
I do believe you're right, so hit the music.
It's sports with Tommy Milagro. Go team.
From the sports desk of the TV10 podcast, we deliver to you only the sport of professional wrestling. So let's talk about last night, AEW Collision.
Right here in Salt Lake City at the
that's
Maverick Center.
That's right. And you're probably thinking to yourself, hey.
I'm sure Tommy was there.
No. Because I'm going to be kind. I am going to be a professional. So
You don't have to do that here.
But I write for slamwrestling.net because, I have an MBA.
Oh, really?
So this is where professionalism and petulance kind of intersect here.
Yep.
All kidding aside, circumstances beyond my control prevented me from attending the live event. However, I did have some people, sources, if you will, attend the event, and they gave me some feedback on what happened at the Maverick Center. So basically, Adam Copeland, you know him as Edge, or you think you know him. And
Now, does he still get to be Edge?
so I think this is where it's kind of getting interesting here, because WWE owns the name Edge. So that's why he has been plugging himself as Adam Copeland,
Yeah.
his real name, which is okay because, at this point, everybody knows who
Yeah.
Copeland is.
Yeah.
But what's been interesting, and this is a good segue here, Copeland trademarked for certain names such as Rated R Superstar, as well as Legendary.
Legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, oh man, they were so cute during the broadcast. One of the announcers, Nigel McGuinness, said, Adam Copeland has been riding things on a high here, and it doesn't look like he's lost an edge. Cute. But no, it was a big moment, and the Maverick Center erupted when his music hit. And apparently he's trying to get back at his friend Christian Cage. And Cage, as Copeland put it, is going through his Bond villain phase with turtlenecks. And
Nice.
yeah, and his new protege, Nick Wayne, is his hairless Persian cat, which you have not lived until you've heard the Maverick Center cheer, Persian cat, Persian cat.
Okay.
When you see this kid, Nick Wayne, you're going to go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, that being said, they also did some tapings for Ring of Honor, as well as looks like some dark matches for AEW, and those are matches that just don't get shown on TV. One of the matches was Angelico going up against Utah's own Martin Casals. You would know him as Marty the Moth Martinez from Lucha Underground. Angelico won in that one, to which I'm going to say to the booking community, bullshit! Anyway, now that we got that out of the way. But here's the other thing, though, because this happened on Saturday, the same time that WWE was having their Fastlane pay-per-view. Oh, yeah. And a couple of things that came out of there. Chief among them is Jade Cargill made her debut
Already
at Fastlane. Yeah, so they fast-tracked the fuck out of her.
All right.
So I guess she had no compete clause in her contract, and good for her. I hope she does well in WWE. Plus, John Cena and LA Knight teamed up at Fastlane. Two interesting things about that. LA Knight, a couple of weeks ago, came down with COVID. Oh. So he couldn't do too much, but now he could. And John Cena, he's back in wrestling because, SAG-AFTRA still has a Hollywood strike here. So, and he even said this. This is in our news and rumors section at slamwrestling.net. John Cena explained how he must return to work once the Hollywood strike ends, and he says, quote, I stopped the project in the middle of it. I can't even talk about the project because of the strike we're in, but we're in the middle of it. So as soon as we get back to work, we go back to work, but I don't control any of that. I'm crossing my fingers and hope we can find a resolve that everybody's happy with. So good for him for not being a scab, and that's great that he's able to find some work because these are tough times. Or correction, if Dusty Rhodes were here, you might even say these were hard times. Oh. Hard times here. Anyway, so a couple other, two other things. I'm just going to lead off here with that. Also with the Fastlane press conference, Triple H said about Adam Copeland leaving for AEW. He said, I think he had an amazing career and an amazing send-off here. I think he felt like he had done what there was to do. I think he's right. We wish him the best. There's no animosity here. There are no hard feelings. He's doing what's right for him and his family. So, good for him for towing the line there.
Okay.
But the interesting thing, also over the weekend, going to the NWA. I followed them for slamwrestling.net. It's my beat since, I have an MBA. Beat. William Patrick Corgan, the owner of the NWA.
Tommy Milagro's #1 fan.
That's right. As well as other stars of the NBA were involved in Cleveland, Ohio for a local promotion called Exodus Pro. But apparently, Corgan made the announcement that it will now be known as NWA Exodus Pro. So technically,
all right,
we're talking about this is a local promotion that's being added to the NWA territory.
Okay.
Question mark.
All right.
So apparently NWA stars and stars from Exodus Pro will crisscross and be part of NWA programming, and titles within the NWA will also be featured on those shows.
Okay.
And he and in the clip on X or Twitter or Xer, well, actually, if it's X, it's sh sound.
We just call it Zitter.
Actually, if we're going with the Mexican spelling of X, it's sh, so it's shitter.
Yeah, and they're not tweets; they're excretions.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, and trademark that TV10 podcast.
Well, I got that from somebody else, but
damn it!
I thought it was a good one, though.
Yes, it was. Anyway. So the point is that they're going to create a Exodus Pro Heavyweight Championship that, again, will be challenging Exodus Pro, but also within the confines of the NWA.
All right.
So big news all around in there, out there, everywhere in the world, because pro wrestling is sports.
It's sports. Tommy Milagro, go team.
I went Stephen Colbert on that one, I know, but
just a little.
Yeah, but at the same time, it fits.
Oh, and the cancellation train rolls on.
No!
We have another one.
Oh, which one?
Another beloved show to the TV10 podcast. Welcome to Flatch.
Fuck.
Canceled at Fox.
Why?
After 2 seasons.
Was it too clever?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why.
That's the problem. So they should have reached out to us and we could have said, hey, dumb down a shade. You want to last?
They still have Animal Control, which is a pretty smart and funny show. So maybe they'll get at least another season out of that.
Okay.
That's Joel McHale's thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, also, this kind of got by me that when Prime Video debuted the new season of Gen V, they dropped a new episode also of Invincible.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even mention it at all. It just kind of appeared. Mm-hmm. And it's an origin story of Adam Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good one, too.
Yeah, I did see that. Actually, it's been out for a while now.
Well, yeah. Well, it came out the same weekend as Gen V.
Yeah.
So it's been, 2 weeks now?
Something.
Yeah, and watch it. Very good. Is basically the first episode of the second season, which will be arriving in November.
We gotta wait.
We gotta wait. Yeah,
We gotta wait like a chump.
Yep.
God.
I think
All right.
I think they just wanted to take advantage of Gen V and tack this on and say, hey, this show is still a thing too.
Which honestly, I'm okay with that. So
Pretty smart.
well, and Gen V is actually smarter than it actually looks. You just gotta look past all the tweets and
the dicks.
oh God. Just when I thought I could get away from all that, and I'm sure the person what's the actress's name from Gen V? The one that grows or shrinks, that little cricket there. Oh, here we go. Emma Meyer, she's probably sick to death of that shit. So
Speaking of the superhero verse, Loki came back last week.
I did see that. What did you think?
A very multiversy episode, and some shameless McDonald's product placement.
Just near the end, really.
Yeah, what do you have? I'll try it all.
But can we also agree that Ke Huy Quan is just having the best moment ever?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Ouroboros, sir. Hey, what's going on there, Mobius? Hey, do you know what's going on with him? What's going on? Did you see that there? Oh, he's doing time slipping. Yeah.
That's what you call it.
Do you know how to fix it? No.
No.
He's just the way that he delivers it is like, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. Or do I?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot how awesome Data could be. See, kids, that's Data from the Goonies. That's one of his starring roles outside of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And now you know the rest of the story.
Now you know everything. Or almost everything, anyway.
Well, everything everywhere all at once. Aha!
Yeah.
See? Tie-in!
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
That was a bit of a stretch. I wasn't sure I was going to get that from Loki to everything everywhere. I mean, I could have went through with Doctor Strange, but this tied it in even better.
And I'm also keeping up with the Wheel of Time. I really don't know what's going on, but I'm still watching it.
Why are you doing this?
Well, I'm thinking at some point it might click and I might understand what's going on,
Okay.
but probably not.
So here's my question. Does it feel like homework?
Yes.
So on a scale of 1 to Rings to Power,
We've been here before, yes. We have definitely been here before. The same thing with the Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings.
I mean, it's great and all. It's beautifully shot. But again, maybe dumb it down a shade here.
There's all your Amazon Prime membership money right there on the screen.
At least. If you want to know, what am I spending Amazon on? Right there. Mm-hmm. You see that shot right there in Wheel of Time? That's your $14.99. That's where half of it went to.
Yeah.
We wish we were kidding, folks.
We are not kidding.
No. Because we are goddamn professionals. Excuse me, professionals.
That's how you say it in Utah. Professional.
Yeah. Yep, we're professionals and we're petulant. Well, at least I am, anyway.
And the big prediction out there, let's get our requisite Taylor Swift content in here.
Oh, what? You mean my soon-to-be girlfriend?
Hashtag Swiftinez. Yeah. I don't know if this is really a stretch to say that everyone's thinking that Taylor Swift will perform at the Super Bowl in 2025.
Yeah, because we
already got the one set for 2024.
Yeah,
who is it?
Hang on.
I think they should fire whoever that is and slip in Taylor Swift while the getting is good.
Or she could just perform alongside that act.
No. Tay-Tay doesn't share the stage.
Really? When did she become Prince? Never mind. I'm answering my own question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here it is. Usher is headlining the 2024 Super Bowl.
Who gives a fuck? Kick his ass out, plug in Taylor Swift.
I mean, it's not the 2000s. We've heard, yeah, before.
Oh, I bet the NFL is kicking themselves like, oh man, why did we lock in Usher?
At the same time, Well, they probably didn't think, oh, this Taylor Swift thing, she has no connection with the NFL. Wait a second. Hold on.
I'm sure
What's she doing with Travis?
She has probably performed at the Super Bowl before.
I don't think she has, no.
Really? Oh.
No.
I swear.
Lady Gaga has.
Oh, yeah, that was a fantastic one, too.
Yeah. Obviously, we talked about before. Prince has.
Of course.
And The Who has. Rolling Stones have.
Yeah, no more boomer bands.
Yeah.
No more.
You got to find that sweet spot right there between mainstream that someone in Iowa is going to follow and it's still cutting edge for everybody else.
Yeah.
It is a fine line here. But let me see here. Taylor Swift, Super Bowl, and according to the genius that is Google. Yep, it says here, did Taylor Swift ever do a Super Bowl halftime show? At least not yet. According to the Daily Mail, so you know how reliable that is,
Okay.
Taylor is in, quote, no rush to do the halftime show, in part because she's kind of busy with other things like the Eras Tour, which apparently, that reminds me, if you haven't stopped by the office of late, I guess the Eras Tour is going to be on the screens there.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, if you feel like I've seen The Creator too many times, maybe just check that out. But yeah, so as for, well, there's a fine line that we have to work on here. Number one, we got to get T-Swizzle into the Super Bowl. And at the same time, I got to wedge myself in to break up Travis Kelce
Yeah.
and insert myself into the new role, thus making Swiftina's a thing.
The perfect storm.
How it's a great plan if I knew how to get that planning down. I mean, there's only so much.
Yeah, the plan is flawless. It's just executing it.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so much I could do with my MBA and, you know, my writing as a wrestling journalist. Do you have thoughts here?
I'd say this would be the story of the century. Taylor Swift now dating pro wrestling journalist Tommy Milagro.
Actually, no. The story will read like this. In other news, local
What the fuck?
local TV journalist Tommy Milagro is in prison because he tried to insert himself into the Super Bowl.
True, yeah.
Phrasing. Let's be honest, it's probably the latter more than the former.
I mean, if you can't even get into Collision at the Maverick Center,
I know.
the Super Bowl might be a little even tougher.
See, this is where, well, and again, I know what happened here, and I have to go to our TV sources when I quote from Hawkeye. The problem is branding. So there.
Would you consider airdropping from a blimp?
I mean, I know everybody wants to see my death. I better be wearing a parachute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean, probably?
Probably. Yeah. It may or may not be in the budget.
What do you mean it's not in the budget? I mean, if I die, who's going to be writing this? Or worse, who are you going to talk to every other week?
Ooh, yeah, it'll be like Garfield without Garfield.
See?
Yeah.
That can only last for so long.
True, yeah. Ew, yeah.
You know how well that experiment goes.
Just a show with just me. No. Another show I've been checking into, it's on Netflix. It's a Korean import.
Oh, okay.
One of the many Korean imports on Netflix.
Oh, I've been seeing a whole dearth of that lately. Which one is this?
This is called Ballerina.
Okay. Wait, Ballerina?
Ballerina. Huh. Yeah. It's about a woman who is an assassin, and she's out for revenge.
Okay. So here's the reason why I'm asking about that title on account of there's supposedly...
Yeah, I know
you know where I'm heading here.
Yep.
In post-production, there is a movie called Ballerina, which is spun off of...
John Wick.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of Lance Reddick's roles before he, kicked off.
Yeah, I guess they didn't get the memo over in Korea. So this is probably a couple of years old before it gets here.
Okay. So, does it give the date when it?
Probably, but I didn't look.
All right, no big deal. But
Because
still.
I didn't think about the John Wick connection until just now. Like, oh yeah, they're working on that.
Which reminds me,
I don't think this is going to blow up big enough to even impede that other thing.
it's not Squid Game worthy.
No.
Okay,
No.
So that's the important thing right there. Oh, did you see the Continental?
I have not checked into that yet.
Okay, I will say this.
Get it? I haven't checked into the Continental yet.
Oh, well, let's see what we do.
Yeah. I got that one and Twisted Metal I got to get into on Peacock.
So I watched the whole Continental thing. Great soundtrack, mostly 70s music, if you can handle that. There were some parts where I just didn't quite work for me. Mostly Charon, that's Lance Reddick's character, is done by somebody else, and I'm going to look it up in just a quick second here. But he is about the same height as Winston, whereas Reddick is a towering motherfucker compared to Ian McShane, who's...
Yeah.
I mean...
Ian McShane and Peter Dinklage about the same height.
the least. But let's see. Continental. Here we go. Let's see. So the guy that played Charon is... I'm going to butcher this. Ayomide Adegun. So, yeah. Both of them, same height. Doesn't work. Sorry. But again, great 70s soundtrack. I would recommend it. And, Mel Gibson gets what comes to him, at least on the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's got something for everybody.
All right. Nice. And we've given people a lot of watch harders here. I don't know if we have any left to close out with.
Mostly because the things that we're telling you to watch harder, they're going to be canceled or they've already ended already.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. This is why we're telling you, watch harder now.
Yeah, I'm still liking Invasion on Apple TV Plus. The basically the alien invasion of the Earth, and this is like has several storylines going on. It's all around the world, and of course the new The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, not bad.
Okay.
It's in France.
Is that why I didn't get invited to Writing with Ritas?
It's in France. I think the second episode actually took place in France. Mm-hmm. They were riding around France. Him and I think it was Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah. So Bill Skarsgård's brother, I think.
I don't know if they're related.
I think they are.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain, but I could be wrong, and wouldn't be the first time or the last, let's be honest.
Anyway, liking that one, liking Toast of Tinseltown on the Roku channel.
It is so stupid, isn't it?
And Ahsoka is over.
Yeah.
So you could watch the whole thing at once if you wanted.
What did you think of Ahsoka?
I quite liked it.
And my favorite was the ending with zombie stormtroopers.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, but my favorite of that, Morgan Elsbeth in Ahsoka. The name of that actor?
No.
Okay, so Morgan Elsbeth in Ahsoka, her name is, and let me see if I can pull it up here. Because there's a cool connection. Diana Lee Inosato, so her dad is I'm trying to remember his first name, but Inosato was he was the last student of Bruce Lee.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a pretty cool connection right there.
Nice. And Claudia Black of Farscape and several other sci-fi series is also unrecognizable in Ahsoka. I had to go back and look. I go, oh, that's her. Yeah, she's in some heavy makeup.
Is she one of the witches of Dathomir?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, here's the thing, because it ends, spoiler alert, everybody, so you may want to fast forward for a few minutes here.
Yeah.
So it ends on a cliffhanger. Ezra finds his way back home, but Ahsoka and Sabine Wren are stranded on that planet, along with Ray Stevenson's character and his apprentice. here's the problem with that, because Ray Stevenson, he dead.
Yeah.
How they're going to...
I think we're going to have to Carrie Fisher him into this.
You think that's what's going to happen here?
For at least a scene to explain him off.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to tap into something else going on here with the dark side of the Force.
Yeah.
So, but at the very least, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she's got some acting gigs for a while.
Yeah.
So good for her. Good on her.
All right. We want to thank our sponsors, starting with Bohemian Brewery.
Yes, with the Dunkel, which is great for fallish weather. Mm-hmm. And, of course, it's a great seasonal release because pumpkin spice is for basic bitches. Let's be honest here. But let us also thank our other fine sponsors. That would be our good friends at Sugar House Distillery, Outlaw Distillery, of course, Ogden's Own Distillery, the fine purveyors of Five Wives, Five Husbands Vodka, Madame Patarini Gin, the, let's see, there's the Underground, and there's the Porter's Fire, the Porter's Peanut Butter Whiskey.
Yeah, just a whole lot of them.
And as well as the cans, which you love that Huckleberry Lemonade there.
I do.
It's still a summery drink because climate change.
Yes.
Yay! But of course, you should also be in downtown Salt Lake and visit our good friend Ivy of Boostique. She's got some great glassware. She's got some great stuff to mix your drink, as well as some non-alcoholic brews if you feel the need for, something that isn't going to upset your bishop or your family during Thanksgiving, which is around the corner here. But of course, you should rock up there with the TV Tan Podcast t-shirt, either in our fine sponsors places or just in general, because, you look cold, and we want to make sure you dress warmly for the winter.
Yeah, we got a few shirts left.
Yep, for only the low price of $10. So hit us up, tv10podcast@gmail.com. Put in the subject line, T-shirt me now, and just put your name, address, your shirt size, and if you prefer PayPal or Venmo. Nope, we don't take NFTs. Nope, we don't take any sort of cryptocurrency. No, we are not going to barter with anything else. So we just prefer money. Just fucking money.
Yeah. I'm going to leave you with one thing here. Yes. I forgot to mention. For the last couple of weeks, I've been forgetting to mention this. On YouTube, you can find comedian Kyle Kinane.
Oh.
A stand-up special called Shocks and Struts. Very fucking funny. Recorded right here in Salt Lake City at Wise Guys downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So why has it not been on Netflix or?
He just went the independent route. He says, I just want to do this myself. I don't want to. I think he's done some stuff for Netflix and Comedy Central, but I think he prefers to just go the independent route.
Okay.
And control everything himself.
Because that's the way comedy's done, man.
Like, recorded Salt Lake City, obviously. What's your core demographic, Kyle? Ex-Mormon snowboarders?
Pretty much, yeah. That sounds about right here for our demographic.
Yeah, so on that note, good night, America.
Oh, yes, and you, jiggle that handle. Okay, thank you for doing that. Now off you fuck.
Please tell me you've seen Back to the Future.
Of course.
Oh, thank God. Think of me as Marty McFly. 35 years from now, your daughter, Amelia, who's my best friend, builds a time machine based off of plans from a notebook. Your notebook. It's called, Lauren Creston's Brilliant and Unusual Ideas. And I used the time machine to escape a killer who had recently resurfaced after being long dormant ever since his first murder spree, which begins tonight. So I need your help to catch the killer so he can't kill my mom, because he killed my mom in the future. And then I also need you to figure out how to modify the time machine to send me home, because Amelia said it needs Wi-Fi to work, and you guys don't have that yet, so that's not great.
No one knows about my notebook.
Yeah, except for me, because I'm from the future. Oh, here, I have proof.
Is this the time machine?
No, that's my phone. Do you want to see the time machine?